Never thought I'd... I'd be going back to Galawain's tusk.
How could they? Beloved that you are, and still they bared their fangs. We blessed the Tabaru Sinakis, and they prick us in return. Roots like a wall, we only meant to protect. We thrashed against the blinding light to keep the Akita safe. We never wanted this. So many seedlings lost. We grieved, but we saved many. The burn. Yet still the branches swipe. We mourn, we could not be to blame. They should have shared our love. Their spite? This we could not foresee. But you are here. A green shoot after the fire. You would not raise your hand against us. Words like bile. Sleep now.
Over here! I've got supplies for sale.
Used to quiet.
Envor. On the contrary, Herodes believes it can help you.
Careful, he could be a messenger. Or this could get interesting.
We have learned you are not a figure to be trifled with. Your mercy for our compatriots has not gone unnoticed. Take this. We deem you worthy. This time. We trust you will remember our gratitude.
What harm? Time to resupply?
Welcome back. What can Daggerda do for you?
Good.
We'll just stand. expected them to be better equipped. Not that I'm prepared.
Everyone okay?
If you were asked where I was last evening, what would you say?
Hey, over here. I've got supplies for sale.
Have you been following me, envoy? I...
Unseen, unheard.
Watch your back out here, traveler.
While that parting is probably the closest Ludwig gets to friendly, I'm not looking forward to our paths crossing again.
Frankly, I'll take any opportunity we get to ruin Ludwig's day.
I'll say this much for the Inquisitor. She's stubborn, like a rat. And we gave her everything she wanted.
I'd say we shouldn't stay on her bad side, but I'm not sure she has any other sides.
You know her better than any of us. What's your read? My vote's on a pack of small, enthusiastic dogs. Wait, was that an if?
Well, the joke's on her in any case. Ludwig won't get very far without that map. She'll be scratching her skull.
Somehow, I don't think she'll let that stop her for long.
And Ludwig definitely strikes me as someone who doesn't leave food on her plate. Right, and the Steel Garrote is famously level-headed. Just look at what they were planning in Fior.
Ludwig and her Steel Garrote have the numbers and the power. But we have spunk and a map. And that might just be enough to find the garden before she does.
We're all competing for the same thing. A place we barely understand, with no guarantees of what we'll find there. Still, I am determined to reach the garden, above all else.
Ugh, that's just a pile of Sokka. Oh, now you're listening to me, all of a sack of sup sudden. You won't find a blessed a thing. This wild beetle chase of yours is a Page Raku waste of time. To get to the garden, you have to go through Galawain's tusks. The land is made of lava and acid. It wants to eat you alive.
So it's tough odds. We've gotten this far together.
Tough odds is an extra Zarb jumping in at the last minute. This is a long trek, on foot, through a land that can barely support life. I don't have to be a Blessed Oracle to know this won't go how you think it will.
Well, someone's got to do something about the Dream Scourge at the very least.
And it has to be you, because a voice in your head said so. What do you know about Sapadal? How do you know you can trust them? That's good for you. What about the rest of us, huh? Will your secret god bring us all back, or just you?
What's on your mind, Marius? What bothers you so?
Because I can scream until I'm blue in the face, and you people would still rather trust the Envoy's pet headache demon. And now you want to drag us through the deadliest region in the world because a sleeping god said so. You're not listening to what I am telling you. I'm done here. Do whatever blessed planning you want to do. You don't need me for that.
Let's just take a breath, Mark.
Nope. I said what I said. Come get me when it's time to go.
Poor Marius.
I've never seen Marius like this. Something's going on with him, but I don't know what.
Be gentle with him.
Well, hopefully Marius will be okay soon. We have to get going if we want to get to the garden before Ludwig.
We won't get far unless we look after each other. Now's your chance.
I know what you're gonna say. Marius, you need to slow down. Think about your feelings. Well, I don't want to think about my feelings. So just let me be alone for a bit. How should I know? I don't know what's going on in my head half the time. Just the thought of going back to Galawain's tusks makes my heart feel like it's going to explode. I sweat. My ears ring. I can't breathe. When it seems like we're really heading there, I feel like I'm dying. Right. Thanks. I understand not wanting to go back, but why can't I just thinking about it makes me feel ill. I need some time alone, Envoy. Envoy, last time I was here, I was fully convinced I'd never be back. Oh, it's complicated. It's not that I hate Solace, but I just can't be there anymore.
Well, going back isn't always easy. Sometimes too much has changed. Other times, not enough has.
I left Solace under the cover of darkness, through an exit only me and a friend of mine knew about. More importantly, I left without permission, which means I more or less exiled myself. did. Might come a time when I'm ready to talk about it. You'll see when we get there. Solace isn't the most welcoming place, even to those who live there. Anyway. What do you want to... I promise you've never spent time anywhere like this. I have tips that might even be news to you. First rule in Galawain's tusks is to be grateful for every breath. The air itself is poisonous here, if you breathe enough of it. Don't overexert yourself, and keep your heartbeat slow. A wet cloth over your mouth and nose will help. Remember that this place wants to kill you at all times. Act like your every step is putting you in danger. And make sure to clear your eyes, ears, and nose every now and then. Ash builds up faster than you'd expect. You know, if you're this interested in survival in the living lands, we can take this even further. I'm impressed with what you already know. Still, never hurts to know more. So, what do you want to learn? Right. A lot of that is physical control of your movements. The rest of it is simply knowing where to step. I'll show you what I can, but you'll have to do stretches in the mornings, preferably where Yatsley can't see you. Now let's begin. Right. That about does it. You're a quick study. At least now I don't have to worry about you so much out there. I can spend my time watching over Kai and Yatsley. Teaching is its own reward, I guess. Oh God. Anyone else finding it hard to breathe?
Oh dear. Focus. Focus on something else, dear.
Rawatayans love to boast about how barren and rugged our homeland is. But we've got nothing on the Pargrunan living here. I can't fault your optimism, but would you think that if this was the only landscape you ever saw, day in and day out? According to Marius, his people are forbidden from ever leaving the Tusks.
I did tell you that, didn't I? Must have been drunk.
I'm all for pulling together, but that's just oppressive.
You're not alone. A lot of people in Solace would agree with you.
Exactly. It's not a home if you have to lock people in it. Ravatai has a similar problem. So many of us find work as sailors and mercenaries. We venture out. We're encouraged to. Yeah, that's... Look, I'm not trying to defend or debate my empire's conduct, or yours. Everyone in the Living Lands faces struggle. But people choose that, and usually to escape something. Forcing people into a lifetime of hardship for the sake of principle or tradition is a different matter entirely. Never. Though, from the looks of this place, Solace's real concern has got to be keeping its people in, not keeping the rest of us out. Then holler if you need anything else.
We're on the precipice of something magical. You can feel it, can't you? The garden is within our grasp. All we need now is the courage and wisdom to brave the unknown. Your confidence is refreshing. I almost hate to ask, but are you afraid of what's to come? I'm not judging, just curious. You've certainly faced it enough times. I believe, for the first time in ages, that I am not afraid. I used to care so much about discovery, invention, achievement. But deep down, I was afraid. Afraid that I wasn't living up to my potential. You've been paying attention. Since we met, everything I believed has been proven wrong. That the island can be controlled. That I alone can fix it. Even my parents. Gods. They really had no idea what they were doing. Just like me. And look how that turned out. I'm so tired of being afraid. I need to accept my limitations or embrace them. Even if I'm wrong again, that's part of the journey. I have no idea where it leads. and for the first time, it's fine. Perfectly fine. Did I? Huh. I don't know what I expected. Feels nice. Glad I could get that off my chest. We have bigger problems to worry about, but I appreciate these little moments. You have an inquisitive mind. I respect that. If you ever feel your education is missing something, I'd be happy to teach you what I know. All you have to do is ask. Excellent. The Imperial Court taught you well, but I suspect there were gaps in what they call an education. If there's anything you've been dying to learn from an animant, unfortunately, that can take a lifetime. Now, let's begin. You, drifted up. Really? What's the Well, aren't you the No harm done, of course. Besides, a little nap is good for the soul. That's all I have to teach you for now. Until next time. Kai. Have you ever met a marine godlike? What?
Schemes in the dark. The mountains shift in unknowable shapes. The sulfur scalds. We do not like to linger in this place. The rule of the wilds. What will they do to gain such victory? Beast of treachery smells you. It stalks you across the land. A sword for a settlement, the scorpion promises to protect. Rose today, thorn tomorrow. Friend or foe, the branches shake. Another time, a distant ache. A hidden strike, a bond bleeds in silence. Have your hands known this? An oak everlasting. Why? A certain spring. The storm blows, others falter. What good is a vow if it can break? Trust. We have learned much. Dream of dandelions with two heads.
You take lead.
We got company!
got other battles to fight.
That's it.
Something happened here. Drip by drip. The slow passage of time. The years have gnarled our branches. The hot winds bent our trunk. Who are we? The grass slumbers beneath us. We remember our purpose.
Right behind you.
I can... I can bring back someone to help you. Please, if you just...
You'll not leave my side. Traveler, what business have you here with me?
Careful on the approach. Those two don't look like friends.
Well, what is it? You and I are talking. A rare luxury for one of my kind, I've found. Because they attacked me. Because now, you and I must talk. If you care for her life, we must talk. Because I need someone to listen. To simply listen before they lash out at me with fury and hate.
A creature wounded. It howls and beats its chest against its fate, and still Kith hear cries of a monster. We understand.
Will you listen? I am ill. I am dying. But I am not beyond hope. Not if I can get a cure for my molder lung in time. You will. I am glad that... I apologize. My breath left me. Galeen said the caravan carried a book. One with a recipe that should cure my condition. Bring me the cure. When you do, I shall let Galeen go free. Is that so? Very well.
Please, her.
It'd be somewhere among the cards. Yes, some...
On my feet.
Lava will be your seat.
This one's mine.
I don't see any survivors.
Look, those tracks missing from the end.
That's one for us.
Oh, excuse me. Might I have a word with you quickly?
Be careful, traveler. The tusks are friends to no one. Should you need help, I am happy to lend it. Are you by Nandaru? Are you the Adiran envoy? I think I know already, but what brings you out here to the tusks? Our garden, the one across the Sea of Acid? That's not what I was expecting. I would have bet good coin that you were here on a trade mission. Wait, you mean you don't know? We let an Adiran caravan through a few days ago. First caravan we ever let through from anywhere, actually. I've never known anything like it. They had so many wonderful things. Food, linens, medicine. They had a letter from your ambassador in Paradise, too.
Sounds like the one the ogre... Actually, never mind.
And when I saw you, well, you get the idea. Wishful thinking on my part. Gods, I'd love to see them roll by again. What's that?
We passed it a while ago. Or, well, what was left of it.
What? What happened? An ogre? Ghislaine, dear gods, what happened? Okay,
okay. Just please, Envoy, go and do whatever you have to do to save her. Thank you. If I can help, just let me know. What do you need to know?
Galeen will be fine, as long as we cure a sick ogre. It's a long story.
Okay. What are you looking for then? I have some. Take it. Check the roots of the trees with red leaves. You should be able to see some from the top of the tower.
So you've come back. Have you brought what I require? Yes. I can work with all of this. Thank you, Traveler. 1,000 times thank you. And you, Dwarf, you may go. I free you of this place.
Thank you. I'm going back to the Warden Tower. Maybe I'll see you there. The Ray? At the tower? Huh. It'll be good to see a friendly face. I'm going now. Be well now. Both of you.
Thank you, Galeen. It is more, perhaps, than I deserve. I bid you leave me to my rest now, Traveler. Allow me to gather my strength again in peace.
Gala could have learned a thing or two from this guy.
Hopefully he'll remember how helpful we were next time we see him. see a steel Garrote camp ahead. They're already here. That can't be good news.
As I live and breathe, the faithless envoy. Ludwine finds your loyalty a touch diminished. If you're looking for the Inquisitor, she's hunting a lead to the garden through its twisted silver roots. The tower calls, and it turns, and it calls, but for the roots we go, if not for the roots. The roots say your name, envoy. They say you told them to do it. It's because I know, isn't it? Because I know that the roots have eaten you, hollowed you through. The roots try to choke the steel Garrote, and we will strangle them in return. Cut them, bleed them.
Oh dear. Be careful. He might be too far gone.
The roots come, and you'll be the death of the sun. Won't let you, or stop you, kill you. Die as the roots die. Die! Envoy, over here. Show me what you got. I'm with you.
On your left here.
Coming from your right.
Lava will be on seat. Lava will be on seat. Lava will be on seat.
You're a good friend.
I like that trick a lot better before it led to all those trials in Naku Kubel. That island with the glowing tree, that's gotta be the garden. I don't see an easy way to get there, though. Let's look around. Maybe there's something in here.
We are close. Break the bars.
You sure do know how to show us the sights, Envoy.
Much as I want to get to the garden, I'm loath to swim through that.
So the bridge is gone, but there's another way into the garden?
The other path is hidden well. I certainly don't see any way across the acid sea. Well, maybe the people in charge know what's going on. I doubt it, but it's worth a try.
Then let's head to Solace Keep. If we hurry, we can keep ahead of the Steel Garrote.
Yes, let's go already.
You're mine now!
Cool and 10! Lava will be on sea!
We make a good squad.
This would be a great spot, but there's so many of them. What are you doing? The homestead up ahead is all run by Zarps. Used to be it was occupied by outcasts, but things happened. The region's getting more lethal. If you think the Salos steppe was hell, it's nothing next to the primordial depths up north. The Zarep's used to be more peaceful, but the recent tremors... You want to help? There are some Bargrunen living in the wastelands out here, all without the aid of the Wardens. If someone got rid of the Zarep's, they might be able to shelter here, maybe even grow some crops. It's up to you if you would like to help out with the Zarep's, but I hope you do.
Envoy, I'm not ready to go to Solace. Maybe there's another way. Maybe we can fashion some kind of flying boat? Fui tu meio, Envoy. I don't know. There's just so much. Right. Maybe it would. Thanks, Envoy. I feel this fear inside. This heart pounding, can't breathe. It's like I'm dying every time. I've been bit by core vipers, fallen into old spike pits, drank cure water from a Zarep shaman. And it never felt like this. It's as if the thought of being here, of returning home, is the deadliest thing I can imagine. And it's getting worse. Right. You understand. But this isn't even about survival. This is something else. It's more than just going home, I think. It's everything. The politics, the people, the way I left. I betrayed the traditions I was raised on, and I don't know why. I've seen that island off the coast all my life, and I grew up hearing tales about the garden. But it always felt like a legend, like those old tales about the gods. No one has been there in centuries, as far as I know. Do you blame me? A magical place Solace has been sworn to protect since it was founded, and no one can go there? Sounds to me like a good way to get a nosy kid to stop asking questions. There is something that's bothering me. Specifically, if you can spare a moment. Since we entered the Tusks, I've been getting these flashes of Memory. Like there are answers in my head I can't get to. They seem to be about a village, somewhere north of Solace. Fear and sorrow, but also answers. Thanks, Envoy. It might be nothing, but it'll be nice having backup whenever I go to find it. Anyway. Not before I've done some reading.
How knowledgeable are you about boat maintenance?
I know enough to patch a hull or mend a sail. Why do you ask?
Well, I was thinking about it. The weather around here is so tempestuous, and the Envoy's already been in one. My. It's rather dusty here, isn't it? How did the dwarves manage?
It's Cosmine. Just let me handle this.
What? Marius? No. You must be a ghost. A curse.
That would be news to me.
You're alive. You... Asshole! You show your face now? Now?
Several times, but I hit more than I missed.
We used to be friends, or so I thought. But then this Jitule left, unannounced. No note, no nothing. Didn't even say goodbye to Iancu. And now you cozy up here, after 3 years, with an adherent godlike, no less? No offense. I can't allow that. You know the rules. Outsiders cannot enter without express permission of the Council.
Or with an honored warden.
Which you are not. I shouldn't even be talking to either of you. It's forbidden. Ha! If those bastards were here, we'd know. And if they came for us, we'd kill them. Simple as that.
Oh, then I guess we have nothing to worry about. Solace is saved, and we didn't even have to do anything.
Hold on, boy. I'm not looking for the kind of trouble that requires stitches.
Tiny babies afraid of needles.
Shut your stew hole, Marius.
Cosmine, Solace Keep is in real danger. Do you truly think I'd come back here for anything less?
Gods damn it. I'm going to regret this, aren't I? I'll let you in, but be warned. Solace is not as it was, Marius.
I doubt it. Nothing really changes in Solace.
You'll see for yourself. The Council isn't what it was. Keep a watchful eye.
I admit it. Solace is damned impressive. Just be aware, people of Solace are just as stubborn as its walls. Try growing up with that volcano on your eyes.
If it's the new recruit playing games again, I'm going to... Your face. It's just like... No. It's the lack of sleep. It's impossible. It's still...
You're not from the hunting party. Where's the hunting party? They were supposed to be here an hour ago.
Idiots. Better not have gotten themselves killed. They need the supplies. I swear if they've gotten themselves drunk out there, I'm going to turn them into leather.
You look just like Nandu. You had to smart beat us, Mother. The Count is going to keep us dying.
Mikhala! Mikhala is going to... I know what Mikhala is going to do. This has never happened.
I can't wait to see what the Council will say. Is that Marius? He's alive?
Welcome back to... Odica's nails! An outsider!
The Sanctuary of Nandru. Hasn't changed a bit.
Well, that sounds like a perfect excuse to spruce things up.
Listen, everyone wants seconds, okay? You can get back... Well, I don't... thought you were it. Let me start over. I am the ringleader of the circus. No one does anything without a belly full of... whatever. Honestly, Marius here would catch something better than I could rustle up for you.
I just do what I do. You make last week's salt pork taste like... this week's salt pork.
Take a compliment, Amakul. You're a good hunter. Always were. I have a little time to chat right now. What can I do for you?
like helping us out? We've taken to calling it the Spore King. Not sure when it started or who is to blame, but the name stuck. Unfortunate. Be careful with those ogres. Bastards are... Be careful. Some of our best wardens were lost to that thing. Bereth guide their souls to a better life. Be careful with this one. We believe it's the source of the beetles infesting the region. Put that poor husk out of its misery.
Oh, great. Outsider? You need something?
Mihala understands the importance of
Do you think Abidon and Margaret...
I hope you don't mind if I shout a bit. I feel like it's impossible to hear anything over all this banging and quenching. Indeed, when they came down to tell us that we had outsiders about, I swore I misheard. I probably should have cleaned up the place. I suppose it would. I am Forge Master Della. Recently appointed, I should add.
Master Tassa died? I figured that old lady would live forever.
So did I. Turns out death comes for us all. Surprised me, too. Thanks, outsider. Kind of you to say. What can I do for you? Is that Abidon's shiny beard? It is! Star metal! I've only had the pleasure of working with it a few times before. These days I work more with a quill than a hammer, but I think I can make an exception for this. And if the council doesn't like it, they can make someone else Forge Master. Oh, I'd be a happy man to be working the forge again. Oh, how I miss it! The question you should be asking is, what can't I do with it? I could refine and sharpen the material into a sword, certainly. Simple enough ask once you know the secrets of star metal. Alternatively, there's something I've wanted to make since the last time I had my hands on this stuff. A star metal archivist. Now that sounds like a proper challenge. Very good. This shouldn't take long. Let me show you why the council chose me to be master of this forge.
At least your enemies will see a gorgeous weapon. Before you kill them, of course.
It is done. I call it the Meteor Blade. Never before has anything I've crafted held such a wicked edge. You are most welcome, outsider. However, this material is unlike any other metal. It is superior in nearly every way, and an unmatched challenge to work. I want to see what else I could do with it. Bring me more fragments, and I can make you that arquebus I mentioned. Or, yes, perhaps I could further refine your meteor blade. Mighty Golem. Oh, this will be my pleasure. This won't take long, but it will be worth it. Just you wait and see.
Can't wait to see how this turns out.
Here you are. The finest blade I have ever had the pleasure of crafting. May it serve you well. I should hope so. Anything less would be an enormous waste of potential.
outsider.
open our gates to the world.
So you're the outsiders my guards led you to the keep. And you're accompanied by a deserter.
There's the Joffrey I know. Still calling your parents by their first names.
Yes, I am. Every time I visit them. You should try it sometime. If you have a complaint, can it wait? I'm already dealing with enough. Ha! You're an outsider, and outsiders aren't allowed in Sully's Keep. And now one of my wardens has let you in. Mihala is going to ream me for this. Gods, yes. The wardens take an oath to protect the keep. That includes outside influences. Not that you'd know, but the council isn't known for their temperance. None of this is even my job. Not really, anyway. Mihala ordered me to take over for our Captain Petru until he comes back, but it's been weeks and no one's heard anything. Not one I wanted. This post has been exhausting. Mihala said it was council business, but there's nothing in his office. No journal, nothing. One of my wardens, Mina, is convinced something happened to him, but I don't have the time or resources to spare. Would you? That would take a load off of me. The council might even thank you for it. Talk to Mina. She's been distraught since Petru disappeared, so I've relieved her of her duties. I can't have one of my wardens like this, drunk and useless. She's likely over in the bar, drowning her sorrows.
Odd for the captain of the guard to disappear
Wake up,
like
Mother.
that.
It's me. your little
Let's look
girl.
into this.
Oh, oh, my dear. It's been so long. Mother, I saw you earlier.
Maybe we should open up for more trade.
You think Kostia's right, huh?
Think of the salted fish we could get trading with Thirdborn.
Better than this mystery meat. That's for sure.
Marius? You're back?
Mina, is that you? Didn't recognize you with all that whiskey smell around you.
The whiskey helps me sleep. Things would be a lot better if he was still in charge. Left? That what he told you? Sucker. Our captain didn't just up and disappear without warning. Something must have happened to him. It's law in the keep that we don't ever leave Solace. Ever. Not unless we're on assignment at an outpost. Your friend Marius here is an example as to what happens if we do. Some people don't like that. He usually goes out for a day or two, but oh, I figure something must have happened to him. I think so too. I'd love to look into it, but Joffrey won't spare any warden. Look, I know it's not your business. If you happen to go by the abandoned Warden Tower, just to the northwest of Solace, keep an eye out for him, all right? Even a clue as to where he is would help. Never thought I'd see an outsider do more for me than my own people.
I've been known to disappear when deep in my research, but this... This sounds much more ominous.
As sure as you banish the entropy...
Bolty? Is that you?
Marius? What can I do for Solace's most fascinating...
Since the days of Nandru himself, have we stood watch over the garden, as shall our descendants.
An outsider! I've never seen someone so tall.
Found a spider the size of my face at the fortress last night.
The very image of Nandru indeed. The gods send you at the most opportune time. A word, please. Ah, the infamous Ediran envoy. I'd heard of your resemblance to our illustrious father. The monks tell us that Nandru had a special connection to the land. I wonder if you share it. And perhaps Solace is in luck. Our hunters can track beetles, birds, and boars, but do you know what the most elusive quarry in the tusks? Exactly! And yet you'd never know it from the way the councilors fuss. There's always been a problem with it. Chiefly that it tastes of rotten Zorip eggs. But no one can be bothered to fix it. Find the scouts I already sent to fix the problem, if you please. There's an old godless aqueduct system in Slumbering Fields, far to the southwest. I sent a team to start repairs, but I haven't heard from them.
How is it possible to lose them? Godless aqueducts aren't exactly easy to miss.
I doubt they had trouble finding the aqueducts, but something must have detained them. Thank you.
Outsiders.
Ready yourselves. Council's just up this lift.
Of course they have an elevator. How elevated.
We will talk about this later. Guest.
What is the meaning of this? Who let them in here?
They're here because I vouched for them.
Marius, you're alive.
There were rumors you died, Marius. We mourned you. You shouldn't have returned.
I trust you came back to us for good reason. I doubt that. There isn't an inch of this land the Wardens do not patrol, day and night. If the Steel Garrote were here, we would know.
And if they are here, Let them come. Solus has stood against worse threats for hundreds of years.
They nearly destroyed a city full of animancers. If they come for Solace, even these ancient walls won't save you. If that's all you'll do, you might as well not do anything.
You've already destroyed one historical edifice. We heard of what you did to the ruins in Shatterscarp. Give me a reason to tolerate you for even a second longer. Indeed. But you've brought us news. Now I'm curious. What do you expect us to do for you, It sounds like you have something in mind. There is no path.
Nor has there been for hundreds of years. There was a bridge once, but it fell in Nandru's time. How do you know of our garden, Envoy?
The garden is our sacred purpose. Its observation and protection, a task handed to us by Nandru himself. He once wrote that the island spoke to him. Perhaps as it has spoken to you.
The Envoy does bear a remarkable resemblance to our founder, does she not?
The markings on your face. I recognized them. But I didn't want to believe an Adiran could have anything in common with Nandru. Enough. I know you Outlanders to be audacious, but claiming you read the lost journal of our founder, there are no words. If Nandru ever wrote such a thing, do you think the Pargrunen would forget it? Would the living archives misplace such an artifact? We did not lie to you. The bridge has fallen. The path is long gone.
If there is another way, Envoy, you will have to discover it yourself. But I fear you will be disappointed.
It has and always will be our duty to watch over the garden. Even if we knew of the potential of another path, we couldn't tell you. Your facial markings might be similar to Nandru's, but we will not change our ways for an accident of flesh and cartilage. You are an outsider and will remain one forever. The agent of an empire bent on destroying all that we have built. Envoy, you and those like you are why we are here. The Wardens exist to stand in your way.
Envoy, be practical. You may be uniquely capable, but there are hundreds of us. There are 3 of you. Good. Be sure of it.
Kostya, see the Envoy out of our halls. Enough time has been wasted on inconsequential matters.
With all due haste, Mihala.
And Marius? Don't stay gone so long next time.
If this is the kind of warm welcome I can expect, I can't wait to come back.
Follow me, Envoy.
Right. I warned you they'd be useless. Or maybe I didn't, but you'd be better off tracking the Steel Garrote. At least they're not useless bureaucrats.
And I thought Vidara was infuriating.
on. I just wanted a word before you went on your way. No, indeed. I feel I owe you an apology. The situation here is desperate. We have more mouths than food. The old sicken. The young suffer. But Mihala, well, she's a devoted warden to her core. I think she'd rather we starve than ask for help. Of course. Our people starve and grow ill. And it's all because Mihala insists duty to the dead means more. She won't let our people leave. Or there is no reasoning with her. It's why I play my part where she can see. I don't want to risk her wrath. I am. I know I can't win all of them. And I need to win the ones that matter. Mihala has firm principles, and I respect the strength of them. But it's all so pointless. Neither our oaths nor this keep will prevent our people from starving. Do you understand me? The keep decays, and we drown in a rot. We will not last here much longer. Not without food. I let Nadiran trade caravans slip past our patrols, but that's hardly enough. All of which your ambassador in Paradis. Information. You're looking for another path to the garden. I don't know if there is one, but I know who might. You were right, you know. The Stilgarot are in the mines at Mount Fortune. If they haven't found what you're looking for, they will soon. I hear their commander is a determined woman. I lied to you. I'm sorry for that. But I couldn't let Mihala know the truth. She would have had us rushing headlong to our deaths with no thought for how this situation could advantage us. The garden does not matter to me. Whether it's you or the Stilgarot who find it, I don't care. I'd rather be a traitor than responsible for the death of my people. The Inquisitor is a questionable creature, but she has the Ambassador's ear. With her support, he might agree to trade with us. It doesn't matter how reasonable he is if I don't have his ear. I am an aging dwarf from a small, fanatical order on the ass end of a volcanic wasteland. Against Mihala's wishes, I have written to him many times. He refuses to lend his ear.
You give them the keep? Have you lost your sounded mind?
I understand ridding yourselves of the keep, but to help the Stilgarot, disgusting.
The keep. Its inane traditions. I want to offer up Solace Keep to Adir and the Stilgarot in exchange for goods and gold. Its existence has cost us so much. The least it can do is buy a future for our people. I have been nothing but honest with you about my... If that is treachery, then I shall proudly bear the title. Mihala believes your empire cannot steal... An agreement may... It might seem a foolish idea. I thought you'd empathize with this more. Your quest for the garden is also a fool's errand. You are not the first person to have said that. I want you to get what you want, Envoy. My hope is that you don't kill the Inquisitor before I get what I want. Of course. But need she be stopped by you? In any case, the Steel Garrote are at the Mount Forja mine. Do as you... That will not happen if there is unnecessary bloodshed. Also... goodbye. How may I assist? Well...
Still lingering, Adiren? Thank you, Envoy. No matter. I've dealt with this before and shall deal with it again. But I appreciate your assistance in maintaining the peace in Solace Keep. Take this key. There's a chest in my office whose contents you might...
Sorry, Jeffrey.
But Kostya says that Solace Keep is nothing but a crypt. We'll die in here.
I'm so tired of listening to you. Solace Keep protects us all.
An outlet.
Don't mean to be disrespectful.
What's wrong with...
Pargrunen affairs are Pargrunen affairs.
Even if it costs you...
Kostya has a lot to answer for. Poisoning our youth's minds with the... See? Even the Outlander agrees with me. Mihala knows what happens if we allow the Outlanders inside. Soon they'll attempt to tell us our ways are wrong. Until nothing of us is left and we become just an appendage of some other people.
At least we'll be fed.
Enough. No more of this nonsense.
Why won't you listen? If we don't change our ways, the Pargrunen are done for.
I don't want to hear another word of this.
What do you think it means? I think that's real fruit. Probably go to the council.
That meeting of the Solace Council did not go as planned.
was a whole lot of exactly what I expected, honestly.
Help! My gods, they're killing us. Outlander, my gods, help me! We're being slaughtered! The archives, please, gods! My brothers, my fellow monks, they changed into monsters before my eyes. If the archives burn, our history is lost! Oh my... Oh, head north along the main road. The archives are on a bluff. You can't miss the smoke. Look for Grigor. He'll know what you need to do.
Zarb tracks. Lots of them. We're entering hostile territory.
This kind of thing is a common sight back in Fjord, especially during...
That Nimdu Petru definitely got himself locked up in the Ash Forest. He'll still be there. The Zarabs didn't get to him first.
Right behind you.
Nice job, everyone.
The garden is close. Oh, let's hurry up.
horses! Who goes there?
Crack 10!
Quiet, Nimdut.
Lava will be on sea.
You all right? Crack 10!
Lava will be on sea.
If we're near Solace, that cartographer should be close, shouldn't they?
Crack 10!
Lava will be on sea.
Quit moving! Nice work. Whoever left this camp behind also left a message.
Looks like you're lost, Amaku. No one's allowed in here. Especially not outsiders. Petru chose to defy Solace Keep. See, you outsiders and your presumptions, always thinking you know how the world works. Let me tell you a secret. I don't trust anyone. I'm just here to do my job. Get out before we use your bones to make Petro a new cage. I was so hoping you'd say that.
Get off me! Get them!
Now, fiancé! There! Laisse me too!
Not the warden. How did you get in here? Gods, I just realized. Your face, you have the same features as Nandru. Somehow you got past the wardens to find me. Why? Who sent you? That cranky Jetula? Mihala trusts him to protect the keep? Well, he must have some sense if he asked you to rescue me. Mihala ordered my own wardens to kidnap me. And here I've been ever since.
They're loyal to a fault, which ought to be the official motto of Solace Keep.
Marius, is that you? Well, I suppose there's no reason to feign ignorance now. Thank you. It's good to see you. I underestimated her conviction and overestimated her tolerance. If you've ever been to Solace, you saw the obvious. The keep is dying. Our people are starving. And if you've read my journal, you know I was trying to counteract that. To fulfill my oath to protect Solace. I wanted to use animancy as they do in Fjord, to feed the ground and make things grow. To revitalize the keep. And it worked. I produced bountiful crops so quickly. Berries the size of a Zarib's head in a few days. I found a way to procure animancy equipment from Fjord so I could conduct experiments. There was much trial and error. Regardless, Mihala wasn't pleased. I took it upon myself to try it anyway. I thought that if I succeeded, I could sway our leader. I could not. I expect I shall remain here until Mihala has a spare moment to sentence me. I'm sure the punishment won't be pleasant. Once Solace turns its back on you, there is little one can do to regain its favor. Marius knows that well enough.
Well, I turned my back on Solace, but there really isn't that much of a difference.
Please, you must help me get out. Give me a chance to help the others, to feed my people. There must be a key on one of the guards. Let me out, I beg you.
Locking him away for trying to help his fellow dwarf. It's despicable.
You're back. Do you have the key? Will you let me... Gods. Paradise, I suppose. Thank you.
Let's try it out.
Keep quiet.
Come and get me.
Lava will be on sea.
godlike. Ah, thank the gods. Anyway, you looking to buy something?
You! By the gods, deliver us! They've gone mad. They're destroying everything! The archives! My monks are tearing our books apart! I've lost my monks and most of our books. Over the last several months, books about the garden were already going missing. But the Book of Oaths and the Book of the Before, we must hold on to those. We recently brought the Book of Oaths to the parapet. It should still be there. And the Book of the Before should be in the main library. Now go, please. We've already lost so many precious texts.
Branch break.
Hurry in the brush! Purge the
Ten!
Time for payback!
Beat them to the earth!
Nice job.
No expert, but that seems like some high-quality machinery.
Keep quiet.
Lava will be on sync.
Hotwood, watch your left!
Lava will be on sync.
Thank you! Oh gods, thank you!
Whack 10! Sirmeslitum! Then! Whack 10!
Warrior the rush!
Lava will be on sync. Whack 10! Sirmeslitum! Whack 10! Lava will be on sync.
boy! Book! I need the book! You're a blessing on... Thank you. Yes, I need a book. Once I have it, I can get out of here and start my life again in Sola. It's called The Book of the Before. Fuitu. I don't know anything about it.
Think hard before you get yourself exiled. That attitude won't go far in Paradise.
Please, just give me the list. Me? No! No, I can't do that! Just give me the damn list! No.
The books. What is that? This is every book that's gone missing.
The damage is probably done, but at least you can deal with the one...
I'll take care of this. No, it's a shock to me. I still can't believe it. But, well, there you are. Thank the gods. Yes, the Book of Oaths is mainly intact, and the Book of the Before. Our work of rebuilding begins now. I hate to be curt, but I must ask you to leave us now. May this token show our thanks, and may Nandru's blessing find its way even to you.
think I could do what you do. Too many unknowns.
But that's what... Makes it interesting, dearie.
But...
You know, I don't think I've ever seen so many books in one place. And to think Elder Grigor was going to hide them away from everyone. I just wish I wasn't traveling with a woman who agreed with him. And the monks are hoarders. What's the point of a library if no one can check out the books? No matter. I had just hoped that Pargroon knowledge could help the Pargroon. Well, that's all. Unless there's something else. How can I help, darling? Oh, just wonderful. My home was attacked on the order of a woman without a heart, or any other major organs. Then everything that happened in Shatterscarp and Ringrim's offer. I've been so lucky. But there's always been something missing. And it gives me this kind of jittery feeling that makes my fur stand on end. Does that make sense? A little. We've spoken a bit about my, shall we say, restlessness. But I've not had a chance to tell him about Ringrim's offer yet. Quilici will be supportive, of course. He's wonderful like that. It's just hard to ignore these thoughts with everything happening. Not that I didn't have options before, of course, but now they're louder. A fair point, my dear. I suppose I needed a moment to rant. Thank you, Envoy. I appreciate you lending an ear. I'll leave you to your vices for now.
How did you and Quilici meet?
Envoy? Sorry. I've been in my head ever since we left Solace, thinking about the village. What if I get there and... oh, I don't know, I fall apart. Memories flood in and I don't know who I am anymore. Or worse, what if it's nothing? There was a story. The warden who saw the future. There was a young warden who thought she could see the future. She'd think about things and they would come to pass. She was worried about her father falling ill, and he did. She feared her friend would die of exposure. It happened. One day, she was with her patrol unit guarding a watchtower, and she was struck by a terrifying thought. She just knew in her gut that Solace was under attack. Zareps, or ogres, or fireball. Oh, you've heard this one. The young warden tried to alert her unit, but they didn't seem concerned. So she left the tower to go protect Solace. And she found nothing there. Meanwhile, her post came under attack. Her whole unit was killed because she abandoned it. Well, yes, but that's not the point. What if I'm seeing the future. I can't stop thinking about this village, as if I'm trying to predict what will happen. You're right. This is a small detour, not a different path. I haven't left you folks behind. Anyway, I appreciate the talk, Envoy. I clearly have some things to figure. Anyway. You too. Envoy, coming back to Solace is not easy for me. She took an interest in me when I first came to Solace. I was an outsider and a child. She had every right to make me someone else's problem, but she didn't. I struggle to see it myself. Maybe my mirror's dirty. Just makes it harder coming back, after the way I left things here. I grew up in Solace. They took me in when I was a child and... No, it doesn't, hearing it spoken out loud. The problem is, I started to get the feeling I was being lied to. Like everyone knew something I didn't. Whenever I asked about where I came from, I never got a straight answer. You're here now, they'd say. That's what mattered. Oh, they definitely were. I swear on Magrin's breath. What could have been so bad that they wouldn't even tell me about it? I left because I felt like everyone there was keeping something from me. Like I didn't belong there. And they all knew it. Right. Okay. I had to get out of there. I slipped out in the night, and here I am. Back again. Funny how things work out. Anyway. Pleasant dreams.
I've seen council meetings get out of control, but that one was for the books. Almost as bad as when I asked the governor for some unconventional equipment. Old customs struggling to fix new problems. The garden is your birthright, and the wardens don't seem to know why they're guarding it in the first place. If anyone has a right to enter the garden, it's you. Such is the life of an envoy. The council made their choice. If they won't let you into the garden, we just have to find another way. Not before I've done some reading. Solace has a few old-fashioned ideas about animancy. Thank you for letting Petru go free. Animancy is not a crime, but many feel entitled to... Aren't we all? Whether or not Petru is successful as an animancer, he has a right to learn the art. And it's good to know someone out there is defending his rights. You too.
Talking to Kostya, it's gotta be nice to meet someone who's happy to see adherence for a change. I can tell he's struggling against the current, which is a shame because he's looking out for his people rather than an old building. Tradition and history have their place, but I just can't see putting it ahead of the welfare of the living. But you're the envoy. I'm wondering what you think about it. Maybe so. Sometimes you just work with what you got. Rawatai's grown over the centuries through dozens of expansions, conquests, and alliances. Many were bloody and hard-won, but I still can't find myself wishing for the alternative. We wouldn't have lasted if we stayed a small Almawa tribe struggling against a barren, stormy spit of land. Fair enough, and that's not exactly the choice in front of the Pargrunen either. The question is, do you really think Kostya and his people are better off sticking around here than taking their chances with Adir? Or striking out into the living lands? Surviving. That just doesn't seem like enough. I've got extra water in my pack if anyone needs it.